Well, good morning. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. I'm Jim, and I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. We're going to jump into the charts here. Don't forget to hit likes and subscribe and share comments. You guys are helping the videos tremendously by doing that. So go ahead while you're watching, just throw a comment down there, random comment for the day, or just a word of appreciation or a question, anything you have, that would help the channel a lot. Appreciate that. Sorry about the videos for the past couple of days. It's just been a really sideways and difficult, choppy part of the chart, and just really hard to understand where she's going on the macro. I know where she's going on the understand where she's going on the micro. I know where we're going on the macro, I believe, but just understanding how we're going to get there is sometimes very difficult. Chart's clearing up, and let's jump in. We're going to look at the big three if we can. And let's take a peek. What I want to talk about today is why I believe we are actually heading down for lower lows rather than going up from here. I know everybody's waiting for this correction to be done and then going. And they believe it's Bitcoin's going to be heading up for a bull run. I know that Silicone put a video out, why we and Hyjin Lee as well, why we bottomed, why a lot of people believe we bottomed, and I just want to share a contrarian view here, why I don't think we have bottomed at all. And so I'll give that viewpoint here and take a risk here with the video. At least the benefit of this kind of a video will be to understand, so you don't get into one frame of mind. Because as traders, when we get in one frame of mind, we tend to get locked into a particular viewpoint, and then we get surprised when the market does something different than we expect it to do. So we can at least be ready by a contrarian view, but it's good to understand a viewpoint like mine, so that at least you have some kind of a preparation for it when it comes. So let's talk about what I'm thinking and what I'm expecting for Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and such, and what I expect the market to be doing. First off, let me just show you what I'm seeing on the macro side of things on all of the charts. Okay, on all of the charts. Ethereum is the nicest of all of the charts. So let me just show you here. What I'm seeing on every chart is this right here. I'm seeing a three-wave move, a three-wave move, and then a five-wave impulse with divergence on the RSI. There's divergence down here. This one actually doesn't. This one doesn't have the best divergence in the world. I think on the smaller time frame it did, or in the larger. I can't remember now. Yeah, not the greatest in Ethereum, but that doesn't matter. There is divergence there, but we got a flat price line, and then we've got a rising RSI that is technically divergence. It's just not as strong as in the other charts. But that being said, what that is, in my opinion, right now, what I'm believing is that this is a flat correction. Okay, I believe that's a flat correction, just like that. Okay, that's three waves, five waves, done. So I mean, I think that's done. I don't think that's got any more upside to go. I think it's finished. This is a five-wave impulse. Now we've begun the next impulse to the downside. What I believe here is because we have a five-wave here, we need a five-wave structure here. Okay, and so what we're actually going to have then is a 5, 3, 5 to finish us out. Where would that fit in the grand scheme of things? Well, in the grand scheme of things, this would be the Y wave. We've got a three-wave structure here. And that would be our three-wave. This move had a three-wave in it as well. So we had a three-wave, and now we got a three-wave right there. And so that would be another W, X, and Y within this Y wave three-wave structure. So that's what I'm seeing on the macro, okay? And that's the way I think this correction is going to finish, personally. That's the way it looks to me. That's what I'm believing it to be. Going in on the micro scale here on Ethereum, just to go there while we're here. What we have here is, you can see this trend line here that was going up very, very nicely, and finally we have broken it to the downside. I am, let's see, currently looking short, obviously, in Ethereum. It is coming down in an impulse. It is coming down in an impulse. We should see a pullback and then another move to the downside as well. Let's see, how would that be? A little smaller time frame, see if we can see the impulses. This would be a 1, a 2. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame to see all the waves. There it is. Hard to see sometimes the one wave there, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2. Let me count this here. Yep, there it is. One, two, three, four, and that's an extended fifth wave there. Well, that could be coming down. It looks in general like a impulsive, but man, just looking at that looks a lot like three waves as well. So I want to be careful that I don't let my bias control the way I look at the market. That looked a lot like three waves in there. 1, 2, 3. Pull back. 5. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. My phone's in there ringing. I'll get my son to go take care of it. All right. Looks like it's coming down impulsively, though. This could be a corrective structure, so we got to watch out for that for sure. But as it's coming down, what I'm expecting here is I think we've got a 5-wave or a leading diagonal shape here. We've got a 3-wave pullback, and we're going to have another move to the downside. Now, if that's not an impulse and that's corrective, then this is what we should expect here, and this is what we'll look for. Look for a 3-wave move like so. If it's not bull, if it's bear, if it's not bear, it'll be bull. And it should come down to the 786 or the 1-to-1 extension. I don't think it'll come as low as the 1276. The problem I have with that is that the size of this structure just looks so big. That would seem a very dumpy correction there for sure. But that it would be very stout. It wouldn't look appropriate to my eyes for a corrective wave. With the size of correction that we have, it looks just looking at the wave structure, this looks better. Okay, it looks better that way. So, because I believe that this was a flat correction here, I believe this is the beginning of a new wave to the downside. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I believe right now until the market tells me something different. So I am watching out for that, and I'm also looking out for what I just shared with you. I'm looking for price I want to see what price does at 174. I want to see what price does at 167, 172, 173, and 167. Probably going past the 173. So let's watch that. and then let's see if there's a reaction. Let's also count the waves as well. If this is a 5-wave right here, kind of a leading diagonal kind of wave, then we need a 5-wave here, and so we should expect the price to come on down in 5 waves like that. All right, and then that would be finished, and then once that's done, we would take it long for the upside. That's if we get 5 waves. That's if we get 5 waves and it measures correctively. If we get another 5 waves, but it tends to come on down impulsively, it's basically a longer wave, then we're going to be looking for more downside. I've got a downside target right now of about 125 for now. All right, so that's Ethereum, and that's one of the reasons why I'm looking towards the bear side. Let me show you Litecoin as well. I've got the same thing going on in Litecoin. All right, let me show you. In Litecoin, we've got that. Let's go to the 1 hour just so we can see that. We got an A, a B, and a C, and that's an expanded flat. And then we've got basically we've got an impulse down. It's a leading diagonal coming down. I don't like the shape, but it's pretty impulsive as it comes down. Diagonal, we've got a 3-way pullback, and then what we've got here, again, just making the case here for downside. We've got another leading diagonal in the 3rd wave, so this is the 1 wave of the 3rd, or it's the 1 wave of a B wave, or a C wave, excuse me. So we've got a 1, and then we've got a flat correction for a 2, and now we're coming down in an impulse, and we're going to be making a 3 wave, and we're coming, our direction, guys, is going to be down here. Okay, so we're coming pretty low. That's where this wave is headed, in my opinion. We might even get a really big impulse once we break the low here. But yeah, Litecoin's going to be coming on down as well. Now, if it's coming down correctively, guys, here's what we should expect. We should expect, let me get these numbers off the screen for you so it doesn't confuse you. All right, so we should expect basically a 1, a 2, if it's coming down correctively, something like that. So we've got basically got an A, a B, and then a 5-wave structure like so, and it should finish between $53 and $50, and that would be an ABC correction. And then once it bottoms out here, then we're going back to the moon. Okay, and then we're gonna moon. That's when we rock it. Okay. If that doesn't happen and we continue lower, in other words, which this is a very large structure here, it would surprise me if we didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and come on down to that $36 target. I got a $39 target and a $36 target down here to the downside, but it looks like we need to come on down. 5 waves is what I would expect. Why do I believe 5 waves? Well, because we had a 5-wave structure. We had a 5-wave structure. I'm trying, guys. I really am. 5-wave structure here, 3-wave pullback, and we should have a 5-wave structure to finish that out. I think that's going to finish out our correction. That's going to put us down. Actually, that's going to actually put us down here nicely. Very confluent with my trend line here at about the $36 mark. You can see my extension right there. So that's my target for the downside as well, about $36. All right, let's look at Bitcoin and see if there's any kind of confluence there. Bitcoin's the hardest of them all to see it, but it's here. The reason why it's hardest is because you can still see the flat correction here, except the C wave just had such an impulse to the upside, but it came to the 12618, excuse me, the 2618 extension rather than the 1618 extension. Usually in a flat correction, an expanded flat correction will come to the 1618 extension. Well, it came to the 2618. So you know, there's that, but not that big of a deal. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Sorry about that. But Not that big of a deal. They do happen like that. I did some research on it, and they can an expanded flat can come to the 2618 extension. So I believe that's finished. I think it's done. It came to the 2618. It tagged it. I don't think we're going to kind of go up for a fifth wave. I mean, some people are thinking that we might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Then we come down and then we go up. I don't think that's the case. I think we're actually just making the 1, 2. We're going to get 3, 4, 5 like so, and then we're coming down to lower lows in the 6,000s. I do have his target down there for $6,100. There's lots of targets down in the 6,000s. I don't think we'll break 6,000. I mean, once we get down there, I think we're going to bounce pretty good, but we'll see. But I think we'll bounce much more. What's the word? Healthily, in a more healthy way. The bounce will be an appropriate move to the upside. It begins trending to the upside rather than just shooting up to the upside, expending all of its energy, and then coming back down. Because that seems like what's happened. We'll have to wait and see. The market is pretty bullish, and so we'll have to wait and see how the market fights this one out. Again, I'm just offering a contrarian view why I believe price could be coming down, and we want to be prepared for that potentiality. Okay, and so that's all I'm doing here, guys, is saying this is why we could be. This is a count way to look at the market with the market coming down. Excuse me. There are plenty of guys looking at the market going up right now, and you've all got that in your mind. So I'm offering that as a different viewpoint. Okay, let's see. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you something, but I forgot. Oh, I wanted to kind of show you a fractal in the market here. We had right here in this region, right here, we had a bunch of sideways action. Then we had a kind of a push down really fast, and then we had a push up really fast here. That's kind of very similar to the play that we had yesterday. Basically, we got sideways action. It's not as long. This is a smaller format of it, but not as long. We had a push down really fast and then push up, and that is the sign, guys. And I'm learning how to recognize them. It's a sign of a flat, of an expanded flat, especially when it makes a lower low and then it shoots back up. It's a fake out in the market. That's what an expanded flat is. Okay, it's when you have price goes up for a correction and then it comes down. Okay, and this was a three wave, and so people think the correction is over, and then it comes down, makes a lower low than the origin of this wave, and so everybody's expecting to go short right here. And then it shoots up really fast, wrecks all those shorts, and then screws them up, collects their stops. It comes up in such a fashion that it really entices people to go long, and then it just kind of eats it up, and because there was the flat correction right there, and then boom, and that's exactly what we got. And I can show you several flats in the market. Let me just show you. Go back over here. See if I can find it here. This actually right here was a flat, is an expanded running flat. Here's what it did. This is a leading diagonal wave. We had a three-wave move. Okay, that correction's done. Starts coming down. And it comes out really fast right there, and then it shoots up really fast. So this is enticing the shorts. It screws everybody up, and then it comes on down. Okay, but that indeed was a flat right here. Boom, 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 and then we go on down. Show you another one in the market. They're all over the place in this correction, all over the place. Price went up in three waves, so it came down strong, went up in three waves. Okay, we're going to continue to go down. Well, boom, boom, kind of comes down. That came down in a pretty steep fashion to finish that out. And then it came up really fast as well. So here we have a flat correction on the large time frame. That's a macro expanded flat. Okay, now Let's look at the micro yesterday. This was yesterday's move. Okay, so we had a steep dive to the downside. I believe the count here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 5 waves. Got a 3-wave move. Now, this looks more impulsively, so it's hard to make a case there for a 3-wave move, but I'm going to make it anyway. The shape is there. Move to the upside, had a sharp move to the downside below that, and then boom, back up again, and then it just took it all out. It's the same fractal that we've just seen that I just showed you over and over. So that's what these flats are doing. They're fake outs basically to the downside. So yeah, where can we expect we're going? If this is a 1 wave and that's a 2 wave, what's the extension of that? Well, let's see if we can get you a target here for a downside here. Now, if we're bearish, okay, then this is just a big 1 and a 2 or an A and a B, something like that. We're beginning a Z wave, which will come down in 3 waves, okay, which could be a 5-3-5 structure or a 3-3-3 structure. You can also get a flat here as a 3-3-5 structure. So we just need any three waves here, okay. So it really could come down very, very strangely, but it could be this, then this, then this, okay, and that could be the finish of our correction. That's one way it could come down. So if it's bearish, we're going to have targets down here below this region here of somewhere in the ballpark of $6,000, in the 6,000s. Let's wait to see what we begin getting before we nail a target down. But it'll be in the $6,000 region. If price is just corrective and Jim Pierce is wrong, this is an impulse to the upside. We have broken the trend and we're heading up for the 3rd wave and we're going to the moon. Then we should see price stopping around here, around $8,300 to $8,600, and then reversing on. And so let me give you the targets for that as well. It would be something like this. As an $8,300 target, there's an $8,600 target right there. I don't think we'll hit 79, but anything goes, right? But if we start coming down to 79, I'm going to be thinking more bear than bull. But that would be this $7,900 target. 78 will be our last stand. Really, the 73 is going to be the last stand for any kind of upside from here. If we come all the way back down to make our 2 wave, then we go up. It's possible, but if we start coming that low, I'm gonna be pretty skeptical for any more upside. It's gonna be looking down for me. But if it's a bear, we should be basically A, B, and C. We need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. We need to be coming down in 5 waves. That's what we'd be looking for. If this is if that's for bull case. I don't know if I said bear or bull, but if that's a bull case there. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Then we'd be going to the moon. So watch 87, watch 86, and watch 83 in that ballpark there. Okay, I'm just giving you zones to watch, guys. Just kind of being a little bit, what's the word, cautious with zones. Watch this price structure right here for reversal. Okay, now if price is bull, you're going to expect, you got a 5 wave here, we got 1, 2, this 3rd wave is going to be a lot deeper, okay, like so. 1, 2, 1, 2, like that, and then continue on down. That's how we'll get down to these regions down here. I would expect that move because we had a 5 wave move here, 3 wave pullback, 5. So Okay, guys, well, there is, let's look at the micro and let's finish out this video here. Let's look at the micro chart and just see if we can get some more information for the near term here. You can notice the trend line that I've created here from this peak here and that peak there. If we break that, obviously there's going to be a little bit more room to the downside. According to my count, this is the one wave, this is two. We're in the middle of a third wave. Now we could get a pullback like this in this third wave. So if this is one and this is two, then we'd expect a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but that's going to be awful deep. I find it interesting the shape of this wave as it's coming down. It seems to me it's part of a larger structure rather than part of a smaller structure. So I'm having a hard time seeing the bull case here just from the wave structure that's being made. Now, if everything changes and then we have some kind of reversal off of this, some kind of a three-wave reversal up here, I want to be mindful of a potential triangle that may start to form. Okay, so that extends corrections quite a bit, and this would be an A wave, this would be B, and then this would be C. So with that could be really horrible. But I want to tell you it's possible. Okay, it is possible. So be careful. Be careful. This market will do there's so many tricks this market can play on you. It would seem awful fast for this to come down right now for sure, if it were to come straight down from here. This wave is awful slow and methodical. It's not coming down impulsively, but we are dealing with the end of the futures as well. And so I'm not sure what's going on with that and how that's going to affect the market and how that's going to play a role here. But anyway, guys, I've presented some information to you. I can't tell you where price is going. I've given you some ideas based on an Elliott wave. We do have an up or down targets for sure, but I've given you what to watch for, and that's the good thing. So I want you to watch price around this region. If I'd love it for just I would be really happy if price breaks this low. Price breaks this low, we don't have any kind of triangle. There's no possibility for a triangle, and then it becomes a little bit more of a simple structure, which at least simple, not triangular. Triangles take forever, and you don't know what's going on until the end of them. So yeah, let's be careful. Let's watch out. Guys, protect your money, protect your cash. We're still in a bear market technically, and so just protect your resources. Okay. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, do all that kind of jazz. Help the YouTube algorithm. Help me grow the channel. I'm very close to 1,600 subscribers. That'd be really neat to get to 2,000 subscribers pretty quick. So help me out with that. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.